and it's the highest in the entire franchise since the original, which is at a 90-something, I believe. So, I'm excited.
Ever, you remember Ever from? Yeah, he. I'm not sure if he spoiled the movie for me, but I was on his Instagram videos, and he had a video. He was recording a part of the movie. I saw something, but I don't know what part of the movie it's in.
Out of context.
Yeah, so he's like, "Oh, at the theaters," and it just showed that, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I see something, but I'm not going to tell anybody what I saw because I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it like me. But yeah.
Did you see the film yet?
I have.
Oh, what did you think?
It was good. There's lots of homages to the original.
Incredible, yeah. How many?
I also really liked how the mask looked crustier and older, like it had really been sitting around for 40 years. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
Something that I loved about it is that you kind of the tone was really cool, where you stumble upon these a lot of this murder scenes or when things are happening, you kind of stumble into, you see the aftermath, and they do that, so it's a really good mix of brutality with the aftermath. I don't know, it's just a really kind of unique experience where people who aren't really, like Chris, who aren't really into them showing too much of the gore, it was very tastefully done, to pull in a bigger audience, I think, and I'm sure that even helped with the budget that they've already made back, I'm sure.
What was the budget, do you remember?
I think 10 or 15 mil. I don't think it was very much.
Wow. Okay,
to pay Jamie, probably.
Yeah. Everyone else, you get food. That's it.
It's he wasn't the sole person composing the score, but the John Carpenter score is really good.
It was his kids.
It was his kids. Oh, okay. Because I saw at least one of them had the Carpenter name.
Cody Carpenter, and I think it was they're both his kids, I believe, and maybe it was just from another marriage or something. But which is amazing. I actually picked that up on vinyl.
I saw.
I pre-ordered it. It's awesome. Yeah, guys, check out the soundtrack.
Yes.
And because it was written by Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, there's also just some really random funny scenes in it that were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's some pretty good banter between some of the characters.
Yeah, I dug it.
But you think that those two directing it or writing it were good?
Yeah, for people that are mainly known for Dan McBride, especially for comedy. And I know David Gordon Green has done some comedies, but when he started out, he also did a couple of low-key dramas and everything. But I was very surprised that it was very well done, and even the script by two guys that are mainly known for comedy was a good horror movie, but there's still some really good, really funny scenes in it.
Okay.
Some good comic relief.
Yeah.
That really plays into everything.
It doesn't feel too forced.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
It fits.
It makes sense, when you're just kind of in the real world, and how people react to these things.
Yeah.
What was another thing I wanted to talk about the film? So it's been doing so well at the box office that they're kicking out First Man for a week, starting Friday, so that you can watch it on IMAX.
Okay, nice.
So go do that before they take it out.
I know First Man underperformed at the box offices, right?
Did it?
It did.
I heard it kind of bombed almost.
Honestly, when I went to... What did I go see? I went to see...
A Star is Born?
Yeah, I went to see that, which was actually really good. And when I came out, they were letting out First Man, and it was all an older white crowd.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but how's the movie, man?
Well, if I can jump into recommendations really quick, I would like to recommend it because I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been doing very well, and even when I went to go see it, there was probably 3 other people in the theater, and that was it. And it was a big screen too.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of saddened to hear that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was great. I'm also a sucker for old school NASA stuff and space and all that, and I thought it was fantastic.
I think maybe that has something to do with it. Is that because it's based on it's basically a biopic, and not everybody's into that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I guess.
Check it out.
I would highly recommend it, but if it's not doing so well, I would say check it out as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Moving on to some more horror news. The Boy is actually getting a sequel.
Oh, really?
I guess it was actually profitable. It quietly crept to 64 million somehow. Not a lot of people have been talking about this movie.
Yeah.
But I guess, there's a sequel slated for next year.
Wow. Okay.
Starring Katie Holmes.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty random.
Yeah.
But that director's coming back to do it.
Nice.
Did you guys see that movie?
I didn't get to see it, no.
I have not.
It's pretty decent.
Okay.
A little cool twist. Moving on, some random news. LeBron James is now in talks with Vertigo Entertainment to basically produce the new Friday the 13th reboot.
I read that too. I was like, there's no way this is like a real thing.
Not only is he doing Space Jam 2, but he's going to bring Jason back somehow.
Well, I know he is. I think he has his own production company now, or he's starting one.
And he's a big horror buff, I guess.
Okay, I didn't know that about him, but
Yeah.
I don't like him as a player.
I know. A lot of people don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he can succeed in bringing him back, I mean, why not? But
I agree.
that's a really random,
so random
thing. It's like, hey, I play.
He's plays for the Lakers now.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Basketball season is starting. Oh, the Lakers suck. So
All right, and my final news, so we can move on to the Rex, is happy anniversary to Rosemary's Baby and Night of the Living Dead. 50th anniversary. It's
crazy.
You can believe that. Holy shit.
Insane.
It's like they're so much older than even us.
yeah,
Transcending generations.
still around. We'll still talk about it.
And Rosemary's Baby is very relevant to the movie we're talking about today.
Very.
So, happy anniversary to them. And with that, we're going to move into our Rex.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
Pass it back to you, James.
Okay, so I recently watched this on Netflix, so it's available there. It's an interview with a vampire.
Okay.
Tom Cruise and
Brad Pitt.
Kristen Slater, Kirsten Dunst too. She's like 15 or something. But it was pretty cool. I'd never seen that movie before.
Ever?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'd always seen it on like things, but I was like, I would always put it off, like, I'll check it out, but
Yeah, this looks scary.
it's spooky. But no, I checked it out, and it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was just a cool story about a guy becoming a vampire in like the 1700s.
I think that's one of the better Anne Rice adaptations.
How many are there? Because the only other one I can think of is the Aaliyah one. What was that?
Queen of the Damned. Yeah.
But has there been other adaptations ever work?
I thought there was, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought there was at least 4. Maybe not.
I'll look it up.
But compared to Queen of the Damned, it's better.
Oh, Interview with a Vampire. That's a good movie.
So that one and another one that is available on Hulu, I believe, From Paris with Love, with John Travolta, another John Travolta movie, and
Jonathan Rhys-Meyers?
yeah,
Right. From Tudors?
I think so, yeah. That movie's pretty cool. It's an action movie, kind of. John Travolta plays like an assassin, basically, and he's gone to Paris to stop a terrorist attack for the United States, basically. And he runs into that guy who Les just said, can't remember his name, and he helps him out. He's kind of like he's kind of like a square type of character guy who
It's kind of like a buddy cop type of...
And John Travolta, this is the first movie I saw with John Travolta being like crazy, like it's a version I've never seen him play before, so it really stood out to me. And but yeah, check it out. It's on Hulu, I think.
I actually thought that movie was going to suck, and then it was pretty good. It was stylized pretty well.
Yeah, when I've seen it, like I watched a trailer. I'd seen it a couple years ago, and I just rewatched it maybe like a week ago. And I watched the trailer before I decided to watch it again. and I was like, man, this trailer kind of sucks. This is kind of making me not want to watch it again.
And they reference
he references the Royale with cheese. He's like, man, this thing in this bag right here is gonna get me killed one day, and you think it's gonna be like drugs or something, and he's like, what is it? And he pulls out this golden styrofoam box and he opens it up. He's like, it's a Royale with cheese, and I was like, holy shit. Like, that was a really cool reference. So check that one out too. It's a really good one.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, I'll say again, check out First Man, because it's. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was really well done. It's got some really the space scenes are really cool, and got a little touch of Kubrick in there, some Christopher Nolan.
How's Gosling?
Gosling's good. Gosling's good, but then again, if you know anything about Neil Armstrong, like, he wasn't like a flashy guy, and he didn't have like the outsized personality like someone like Buzz Aldrin had. Mm-hmm. But he was really good in it, very understated. And Claire Foy, who plays his wife, Janet, I believe it was Janet, was very good in it as well.
Nice. Okay.
So I'll pump that one again, and it's the Halloween season.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's available on any streaming service, because I don't even think it's on the TV anymore. But My Haunted House.
Oh yeah.
That's a show. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. It's like a reenactment, like, ghost story show.
Okay.
I think aired originally on either A&E or like Destination America, or maybe they were owned by the same company that aired on both channels.
Okay.
But they're hour-long episodes, but they're split up into 2 half-hour chunks.
Okay.
So there's actually 2 different stories in an hour.
Okay.
An hour episode.
Split the hour.
Yeah. The reenactments are really well done. They're not cheesy. Mm. And I know that Wes has seen some of those episodes. They're really spooky.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are like pretty frightening.
They're incredibly hard to find.
Yeah.
You can watch them online for free, but you gotta scour the fucking interwebs.
Yeah.
Or if you can catch them on the DVR or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're definitely, that whole show, everything is worth finding.
Okay.
It's, I think, in a better version of what Sci-Fi did with Paranormal Witness, which had some good episodes, but a lot of them were a lot of filler. Mm. Like, they were hour long, but you could tell that there wasn't much story there. Yeah. They just kept stretching it. But what I liked about My Haunted House is that the half hour, they moved.
Okay.
And I've seen quite a few of them that were enough to spook me in the dark at night.
Yeah. Nice.
Is that that's it?
Yeah, I'll give you those 2.
Nice. Alyssa?
I think James had mentioned my recommendations before.
What was it?
The Haunting of the
HAiL House?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That one.
Is that a good show?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good.
I like it, yeah.
I heard it was good, and I've been reading good things about it, but I haven't watched it yet. I think I was trying to kind of wait to see if I could like burn through the episodes like next week before Halloween.
When I first started, before I think we decided to watch it, or halfway through the first episode, I was looking it up, and people were like, "Oh, like the new, Netflix has hit its new Stranger Things." Basically, like another hit out of nowhere.
But isn't it a miniseries, or is it?
They got renewed for a second season.
Oh, okay,
but nothing has no release date or anything to what the second season's going to be about. We haven't finished the first season yet, but we're pretty good into it.
That director seems like he's off to really cool things.
It's fine again, right?
Yeah, he did Gerald's Game, and he's doing the Shining sequel right now too. But yeah, I've watched a few episodes, and it's solid. I think you'll love that show, actually.
That's good. I love me some ghost stories.
Yeah, they're awesome.
For sure. It's my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Halloween, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Go watch it until it's not in theaters anymore. And Boys in the Trees. Have you guys heard of that?
I've never heard of that one.
That's streaming on Netflix. It's pretty interesting. It's one of those films that captures the essence of Halloween. But you're following these teenagers in the late 90s.
Okay.
And they get into some trouble during Halloween. And it's kind of this coming-of-age story. I think it's set in Australia or New Zealand. One of those.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's a fun film.